United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into another edition of the United Spurs of America podcast with your hosts, as always, Michael and Jacob, coming to you live following the North London derby and Tottenham 1, Burnley 0, and Arsenal losing 2-0 on the road on Sunday morning. Folks, Tottenham Hotspur is in fourth place once again. Jacob, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing about as good as a flying pig shit. And for those of you who don't know what that means, I don't understand how clear I can make it other than I guess the saying, the formal saying is happier than a pig in shit. But I switched it up because I'm actually not the pig. Tottenham Hotspur's the pig, laying around, rolling around in the mud. I'm just a fly who's observing and enjoying the show and being a part of it. So I'm loving it, bro. Everyone talking all that shit. Hold on. Everyone talking all that shit, bro. Everyone was talking all that. You know who you are. I'm looking at you. You know exactly who I'm talking to. What's good? You sending me the table all the time. Always sending me the fucking table. What's up? Where's the table now?
68 points for Tottenham Hotspur. Fourth place in the Premier League. 66 points for the Scum in fifth place. What a last 7 days for Tottenham Hotspur. We're recording this on a Thursday before the final game of the season against Norwich City, which will be a massive, massive game in its own. We'll get into it a little bit later. But Jacob, what a last 7 days for Tottenham Hotspur. Win the North London derby 3-0. Harry Kane with a brace. I almost got it. I predicted a hat trick. Netted a brace. Sonny finished him off with the third. And then Harry Kane puts us through 1-0 over Burnley at home in the final home game of the season with a beautiful, perfectly executed penalty kick to put away the Clarets. And on Monday morning, Arsenal fall 2-0 to Newcastle United on the road. And suddenly, Tottenham Hotspur are now in fourth place. This time last week, man. Fifth place and four points behind Arsenal before the North London derby. Got within a point after the home victory. North London is white, by the way. I'm going to keep reminding all of you throughout this episode. And then Tottenham come back at home, beat Burnley 1-0, like we already said. Harry Kane, beautiful penalty. We go up 2 points. And then Arsenal fall at the hands of Newcastle United on the road, up the Magpies, up the Toon, Toon Army.
Toon Army, baby.
And they beat Arsenal 2-0 at their home. And suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, Tottenham are in fourth, 68 points. Arsenal fifth, 66.
Things looking funny now.
Things are looking great, my friend. Let's dive into the North London derby first, man. North London is white. North London is LilyWhite. North London is white. North London is white. North London is white. Say it and say it again and savor it. North London is white, my friend.
Say it, and you don't even got to pray it. We used to pray it, but now we're going to say it. Come on now. Ooh.
Harry Kane 2 goals, Sonny with 1, and Sonny going 1 goal closer and only 1 goal behind now. Mohamed Salah in the Golden Boot race as well. But first of all, man, what a performance. Top to bottom, entire team, the effort and the energy, the BDE was in full flow and in full force last Thursday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
It's crazy to think that was a week ago today, right? So it makes sense that we would record this today and speak about we've had a full week to reflect on it, digest it, enjoy it. You and I aren't ones for quickly recording match reactions very often. And I'm glad because the episode would have just been me screaming Harry Kane. The entire episode, I would have just been screaming Harry Kane.
To be fair, I wouldn't have complained because you know how I am about Harry Kane.
This might be the earliest calling for it, but I'm going to need to see that bobblehead, my friend. There it is.
The king of North London has retaken his throne, ladies and gentlemen. North London is white, and the king is on his throne. Everyone needs to bow down and kneel before
And?
the owner of Arsenal Football Club.
And then need to
The
kiss the ring.
scum. And kiss the fucking ring, baby. 2 goals, man. Netted a brace against Arsenal. Look. Before the game even started, you already know what my prediction was. Harry Kane hat-trick. I said he's going to at least score 1 because he always scores against Arsenal, especially at home. And last Thursday was no different, my friend. First goal, perfectly executed penalty after Son got absolutely annihilated in the box by Cedric and Rob Holding.
I was gonna say,
Rob
those are 2
Holding.
fouls. That was definitely 2 fouls in the box there.
Rob Holding gets sent off. Arsenal are down to 10 men. I think in the 33rd minute it was. So for the majority of the game, they're down to 10 men. We end up scoring a second before halftime via Harry Kane. Right place at the right time. True poacher's finish. Headed effort at the far post of a corner kick. And Hyun-min Dad, Hyun-min Hung, Hyun-min Son with the third goal, like we already mentioned. Beautifully executed. What would you say? It was like a Karate Kid kick into the back of the net, almost.
It was just a.
It was kind of weird, but I don't really care, man.
I don't care.
It all counts
not
the
one
same.
bit. Hey,
And he's only 1 goal behind, like I already said. Mohamed Salah for the race for the Golden Boot. Liverpool do have one? They only have 1 game left, right? Or do they
Yeah.
have 2?
let me see.
Yeah, no, they only have 1
They
game
got
left.
one.
So
Chelsea has
Salah only has 1 game left. Son only has 1 game left. But my friend, we are facing Norwich City. But back to Sonny scoring in the North London derby. Added to his goal tally, 21 goals now on the season. None of them from the spot. All 21 from open play, my friend. We've already mentioned it, and I know we're going to get into our end of season review next week after Norwich is all settled and done, and the table is all settled and done, and we know where we stand in terms of European football next season. But I mean, we've already said it before on a podcast and on a live stream. He's been our player of the season. He was voted player of the season by the fans, and the youth. I believe the youth team player of the season as well. But what a player, and once again, rising to the occasion when we need him most. Now, obviously, we didn't need him to score, but he was there when we needed him, right? He was there to be at the right place at the right time. And once again, man, he made an impact not only scoring goals, but what he was doing off the ball and just out of the net, really, causing Rob Holding to accumulate 2 yellow cards. Should have been like 5 at that point. But he made an impact in ways that we weren't really expecting. But nevertheless, Son was super duper important in that North London derby.
this is what happens when you have 2 world-class players, and quite frankly, what he's done all season is been that consistent person that steps up for us. We've always said we need someone to step up in XYZ, these big games, right? Harry Kane did. He did step up. Heung-min Son, he did step up. I mean, that dude, Rob Holding my balls, he was literally...
Holding my sack, dude.
He was trying to get an
Sack
autograph from
on
Sonny.
forehead. Sack on forehead. Sonny's balls on his forehead.
Bro, he
All
literally...
33 minutes until he got sent off.
He literally was just like... He straight up kicked Sonny in the back. I mean, that was the first yellow. And then nothing happened.
Well, really the third.
Then there
Could
was
have been
the
the third yellow.
the second one was when they got tangled up and he held him down and kick tripped him, and then Sonny kind of he like halfway through that elbow. That was like the second yellow that Rob should have had.
Yeah.
And then I think there was another one. So it was like 4 or 5 by the time he finally got sent off. I mean, you see in the 26th minute persistent fouling, Rob Holding. He was just constantly. And I mean, if you look at the red, that should have been a straight red. Whether it was two yellows, accumulative, whatever. That was a deliberate elbow into Son's head. Bro, that's malicious intent to the head, which is something if there's a head injury, they fucking stop the game. They fucking, everything. You know what I mean? It was infuriating. But the fact that he got sent off made me very happy. Just, a little too late. A little too late to send. Like, what if that would have broken Sonny's jaw? Then what? That fucks our whole season. And he still doesn't get sent off till that point. So, man, it was going to be a hard balls game. You know, they say like the old greasy ball game. It's going to be like that. And we knew that. And honestly, from the likes of Sessegnon and Ben Davies, there was a lot of guys who really embodied and took it seriously, like how important the North London Derby is.
Throw Emerson in there too. That was surprising a little bit.
Emerson
to me,
Royale also
fully COYS that day.
You know, Emerson Royale has been persistently, whether it's going up just a micro bit but he's been steadily improving under Antonio Conte. Young guy who I think can still learn. You know, it wasn't his best game, but this isn't going to be a game where you're going to play your best. This is going to be a dirty, gritty game. I mean, Son's jersey in the first 10 minutes was covered. So, guys like Emerson, and you brought up Emerson, but also Dan Kulusevski, I think for his first North London derby, he really fed off the energy of the crowd. He really fed off the energy of the game, the magnitude of the game, and he really stepped up for us. And that's a really promising sign for us when we talk about in the future of transfers or going forward, like what our front three is going to be, what the front four maybe could be. So I was really impressed with him. And then the little cherry on top of the whole fucking Sunday of Arsenal not getting points, us beating them at home, thrashing them, if you will. The little cherry on top. We even got to see Joey Roden.
Yep.
And his first touch
Rare
of the
cameo.
ball was his first touch of the ball was a header clearance. Like, I mean,
a lot of positive vibes last Thursday.
Oh yeah. I mean, just thinking back on it, it's like a very fond memory. Like, you know, it's just like one of those, you know, when you have a good night out with your friends or something really important happens, you get that promotion at work, you go celebrate. It's like that night, you remember it, right? You remember. It's just a good memory. So looking back on it, it's been a week. I'm still hype about it. There's something I did want to talk to you a little bit about because it happened in this game, because we were also talking about Sonny's golden boot potential. I'm curious, what did you think about him coming off with like 20 minutes left in the game? We all saw how he felt about it.
Super frustrated. He was super duper frustrated because I think not only was he thinking about the goal. I mean, let's be honest. You got to be thinking about the golden boot at that point, especially when it's already 3-0 and you've already scored. But he knew that he could still have a good chance of scoring in the rest of that 20 minutes or whenever it was when he came off in the second half. I think he knew that he had a really good chance to get at least one more into the back of the net.
Well, yeah,
I understood why Conte did it. Don't get me wrong. I understood why he did it, because obviously you need to save some legs for a very quick turnaround. Earliest game on Sunday in the Premier League that weekend, the first game on Sunday, early kickoff, not that many days of rest. You need to be able to rest some of your best players, and Sonny is arguably our best player this year, along with Harry Kane. Kept Kane in, which was a little bit suspect to me as well, because I felt like if you were going to take Sonny off, I kind of get why you keep Kane on, but at the same time, it's like you taking off one of your stars to conserve energy. I kind of felt like we should have done the same with Kane.
You know, he's got that contract clause. He's like, you can't take me out unless I signaled I'm ready to come out. You know, there's got to be some kind of gentleman's agreement, because he never comes off.
No.
I think he wants to get high. I know Harry Kane is a goal scorer. He's a mongrel when it comes to getting that ball in the net. He's a monster. He's a madman. He's Jason Voorhees. You know what I'm saying? He's Michael Myers. He's going to get a goal. He's going to get his goals. And so I think for him, it's just they're not going to take him out. I think it's that simple. He just not going to let them.
It was just frustrating because we all knew that Sonny had a really good chance of scoring again, especially with Arsenal being down to 10 men. But in the grand scheme of things, man, especially since we got all 3 points to Burnley, like, I wouldn't change anything that happened in this past week. And we've talked about this so many times, or at least we've said it so many times ever since we hired him. But if Antonio Conte thinks that this is best for both the club and the player, what the fuck are you going to do? Disagree? Because up to this point, he has done nothing but earned that trust from us.
And you know what's
And I want to say
interesting?
it was partially given just because of his track record, and we already knew how good of a manager he was. But I think at the same time, he's earned it, man. Like, he has earned the love of the fans. He has earned the respect of all of us as well.
No doubt.
What have we always said? Whatever Antonio Conte wants, just
Trust
give
the
it to him. Trust the man. Hashtag back Conte. And this is the same thing as well. Was I a little bit frustrated? Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, back Conte, trust Conte. He knows best.
But not only
And it worked.
that, I mean,
and it worked.
There's what I find interesting is there's also been kind of the opposite criticism of people being hypercritical of fans like us who say to just blindly trust Conte because he's a successful manager.
Yeah.
I've seen arguments, against that. And to me, the arguments have never been coming from someone who's been more successful than Antonio Conte, so I still would err on the side of I trust Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
And he's proven it at this point, like you said. I mean, early on, I said he has proven it elsewhere, so I give him the respect, and I'm just going to trust him and whatever. And where it's at now is he's not only proven it in the past, he's currently proving it right now.
Oh, yeah.
He even said when he came in, it'd be a miracle if we squeaked the top 4 finish.
Well,
and
it's a
here
good
we
thing
are.
He's a miracle worker, right?
Here we are. I mean, some say his hairline's a miracle. I think not. I think he was blessed. I think he's a chosen one, and he's going to lead us to glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. And honestly, when Sonny did come out, I legitimately felt like, you know what? Steven Bergwijn, go out there and prove why you deserve more than 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Lucas Moura, go out there and prove. And I really felt like they were trying. I felt like them two and Kane were trying. And, I think Sonny in his postgame said that at the end of the day, the team's goals are more important than the individual awards. But you could still see it in his face. He was
He
a
wanted
little,
it, man. He wanted those goals.
Yeah.
And I wanted it. I wanted it for him too.
Absolutely.
We all did.
I'm going to print that. If he wins Golden Boot, I'm printing that out, and I'm keeping it here in the office.
We
And if
brought
I ever
this
make
up.
it to a Tottenham game, get that hoe signed.
We brought this up on the live stream on Tottenham Away's channel on last Friday, and I want to bring it up again. If Sonny manages to beat Salah for the Golden Boot, we would have 2 separate Golden Boot winners on our team, dude. That is ridiculous. How many times has that happened before? A genuine question.
I'm going to say
Maybe like Ronaldo, like the good Manchester teams, maybe. Yeah.
Like a Rooney.
Like
Did
Ronaldo
Rooney ever
and
win it?
Rooney.
Yeah.
Or like it's got to be that, right? It's probably that's
but that's
one of
when
them.
they were in their prime, right? Their peak, when everyone was just
Yeah.
jizzing over Man U.
But it rarely happens. Rarely happens. That would be a super impressive feat to be able to say we have 2 Golden Boot winners on our squad. But it'll also be a little bit disappointing because we
Bro.
have to say we have 2 Golden Boot winners on our squad and we still have nothing to show for it as a team.
Not true. I don't bite on that piece of pie.
Oh, Audi
But,
Cup.
Hey, silverware. No, I'm just playing. It's coming,
it's-
bro.
it's impressive, though.
It's
It's-
coming. But not only that. I mean, look at also there's been no other duo to combine for as many goals.
Exactly.
And, I mean,
so it makes it even more impressive.
They've been doing this. This ain't new to us. We've been seeing this. So to me, the next thing is success, is trophies, is, Antonio Conte is going to get us to a certain level. Now, we've also discussed the fact that he's not necessarily a trophy winner. He's a league winner.
Yeah.
I don't think they are mutually exclusive, especially when it comes to building a team that I think we are capable of building around these pieces like Son and Kane.
I was literally just about to say he also has these pieces that he's already building around, and he's going to build his team this summer. He will.
I can't
It's just a
fucking
matter of how
wait.
much money he's going to be given, whether we make Champions League or not, at the time of the final whistle of all the games this upcoming Sunday. But he is going to fight for every single trophy for us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't believe that we're going to make a serious run in at least one of those competitions next year, then you're sadly mistaken, my friend.
If we
Because FA Cup, Carabao, Champions League, Premier League, I don't care, bro. One of those, at least one, we're going to make a run for sure.
Bro, I honestly feel like if we had Antonio Conte from the beginning of the season with a preseason and the summer, like we signed him when we were supposed to, I think we win the Conference Cup easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
maybe
like a Carabao as well.
I really wanted that trophy, you know.
Yeah.
But aside from all this, while we're talking about Son and Kane, something else I've been enjoying recently is on Twitter, all the gooners crying. They're like,
saying,
well,
they have prime Kane
they
and
have
Son,
two
and we have all these young players.
World-class players. And
the same players that they were saying midway through the season that they were the best young squad in the world. Not Europe, the world. That's what they said.
Where are they at? Where are they at?
You could have said the same thing about our team in 2015-16, where we had arguably the best young team in the world. But we finished better than they did. We finished third that season. They're about to finish fifth.
Bro, they're bums. They're bums. There's no other way around it. Like, they have had their coach for what, 6 seasons?
For 3 seasons, 6 transfer windows.
6 transfer
and
windows.
Over 250 million spent.
Over 250 million.
And they also sold their starting striker on a free in January.
Bruh,
I'm supposed to feel bad for them? Hell no.
How long have we spent? How long
no.
has it taken us for us to spend 250 mil?
Like 2 or 3 transfer windows. Well, but only like the ones where we bought like Ndombele and Lo Celso. Like that window, we spent a lot. But they have also spent like way more on players that we have, like in positions that we have not, like in terms of like wingers. When was the last time we bought a winger for over like 30 mil? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We bought Bergwijn for like 25, I think it was. Lucas, I think, was for just shy of 30. And who else is Kulusevski? We haven't even paid a transfer fee yet. Boo-hoo. Go cry in a corner, bruh. I don't care.
It's been fun to watch. What is Nicolas Pepe? They spent a shit ton of money on that guy.
Yeah. Spent like 80 mil on him or
he
whatever
didn't
it
even
was.
sniff the North London Derby.
He's ass. He's ass along with the rest of them.
Bro, that's something I really enjoy watching.
Yeah, the Arsenal pity party is an interesting place on social media because it's just so unjustified. Like,
bro,
cry me a freaking river, dude.
It is the most funny and infuriating at the same time. Because it's like, this is actually how some people think and view the reality of the world they're living.
Oh, and Jacob, don't forget, North London is white, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier on in this podcast, right? That North London is
LilyWhite. I don't think you said it before. What color is North London?
White, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
North London's white. What a result, though, man. But like we said, it wasn't just that game. The past 7 days have been incredible. If you want to go further into our analysis on the North London Derby, please go check out our live stream on Tottenham Away's YouTube channel that we did last Friday, where we had a full-on breakdown. Over 2 hours, I believe it was.
It was
just the North London Derby. We had some guests on for that one. It was very, very fun. We had Leo from Colorado Spurs on with us. Shout out Colorado Spurs. Jacob, hold it up. There it is. And then we also had Shai, friend of the pod, friend from Tottenham Away. As always, was an absolute pleasure to have him on as well. But if you want a full breakdown of the North London Derby, go hit that YouTube channel, Tottenham Away. Hit the like and subscribe to ours and Tottenham Away's YouTube channel while you're at it.
That's if you're a real one. That's if you're a real one. You want to hit like and subscribe.
If you're a real one, that's both channels. If you're just a supporter of the pod, all right, that's fine.
That's cool
too. Check us out, but hit the like and subscribe on United Spurs of America.
Please.
Greatly, greatly appreciated. But my friend, 3 points and 0 for Arsenal on Thursday. Then we go back to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the final home game of the season. Beat Burnley 1-0. Harry Kane penalty, perfectly taken. Pish posh, rest is history. Monday midday here, Monday night, Monday evening over there in the UK. Arsenal travel to Newcastle United up north in England, and they fall 2-0 on the road to the Magpies. The Toon Army came loud and proud. I watched the majority of the game just because there was stuff on the line for us. And it was satisfying, man. It was one of the most satisfying games that I think I've ever watched that wasn't a Tottenham game. Because usually, I'm not going to lie. Look, I'll be honest here. I'm not going to lie. usually we're on the other end of that stick. We're the ones being made fun of for fucking up. You know what I mean? For slipping up at the end. But my friend, 3 points on Thursday, 3 points on Sunday, 0 points for Arsenal on Thursday, and 0 points for Arsenal on Monday. 2 huge results in back-to-back days. 4th place, man. 4th place is ours.
This is the way I'm viewing this, and I've had a minute to digest it, because it's been a little bit of time since the Monday result, which I watched the whole game, by the way, because I loved it. But my point why I say that also, the build up to that game, the whole game, I watched all of it because I was invested, and it had a great deal amount to do with us. What I'm going to say now is we're at a point, it don't matter. I don't need to tune in to no Arsenal game. I don't need to care what's going on with no Arsenal game. We need to go out there, be on the front foot versus Norwich, go out on a high note, get our 3 points, whether we win by 1 or we win by 7, all Heung-min daddy goals because he's going to golden boot, just take over. I would love both. But either way, and this is what I'm hoping Antonio Conte is saying to them is, we got to go out there and just take care of this fucking team in front of us. Plain and simple. And we're in Champions League. We don't have to care. We don't have to be checking our phones at halftime to see what's up with Arsenal and Everton. Yes, I would love to see Dele Alli have a fucking game winner in the 90th minute to, secure us Champions League, whether we get a result or not. And I know there's also a ton of fans, majority of the fans of Tottenham, who are a little scared, thinking I'm afraid of Pookie, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of the Canaries of this, and I've been seeing it all, I've been hearing it all, but I'm telling you this, I'm not concerned. Harry Kane goes out there and plays like he did against Arsenal. Heung-min Son goes out there and plays like he's played against anybody. We go out there, they get 3 goals. I don't see them putting 3 past us. I don't. So the way I see it is, they're going to be playing free. They've already been relegated. They want to go out on a high note. They're playing at home. They want to send their fans. They want to send their fans home happy and say, "Hey, please come back next year when we're playing in the fucking championship." Guess what? If I'm Daniel Levy, I'm also telling Norwich, we'll give you Dane Scarlett on loan. Okay, well, you'll get Dane Scarlett all next year. Okay, we'll also give you fucking Matthew Craig. Who's Matthew Craig? You can have Matthew Craig on a loan too. Loan out some youngies.
Loan out no boy.
Whatever, bro. Just make it a little bit, so they're not
Sweeten
trying.
the deal.
Yeah, so they're not tripping so hard. That's my hope. That's what I would do if I'm Levy. But if we're looking at this from the point of they want 3 points, we just got to go out there and get business done. Yeah. I don't need to be caring about Arsenal's result like I have been. I don't want to be paying attention to them. I don't want to be thinking about them. I don't want to care and watch. And the only thing I enjoyed about watching their game was because, one, I enjoy watching Allan Saint-Maximin. I think a quality player. He's fun to watch. And 2, Sad Arteta on the sidelines is always fun when they're getting
like borderline teary-eyed Arteta at one point. It kind of looked that way.
It was great.
That way, at least. Maybe just the light reflection. But I like to think that he was just crying.
I'm so glad they signed him to an extension too.
What, 3 year or 6 year?
3?
No, 3
I think it was 3.
3 year extension. Yeah, whatever.
3 more years.
Whatever, man. 3 more years. Cheeks.
I mean, I was talking to someone about this. Shout out at whoever the fuck about Arsenal, and they're like, "Oh, our future looks bright. I'm not worried if we make Europa." And I was like, "What do you mean your future's been bright? You've had the same manager for 3 years, and this is like your best finish with him, if I'm not mistaken. So like, what are you talking about? The future looks bright. This is your future, and this is where you're at."
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it.
It's nice, man. I'm with you too. It's very, very nice to be able to only focus on our game now, and not have to look across London and figure out how the scum are getting on and whether we're going to be in fourth.
We don't need to care.
Look,
we're in control of our own destiny.
Here's how I see this game coming up, the last game of the season. First of all, so part of me is worried because I've been a Tottenham fan for a while now, and I know how this is supposed to go. But there's a part of me that is also like, dude, Norwich is last for a reason. They were the first team to secure relegation for a reason. and they're in 20th place for a reason.
Bro, they're the Man City
And-
of relegation.
And we have Kane and Son. I don't care how we do it. I don't care if it's 1-0. I don't care if it's 6-0. Would I like to see Son score a hat trick, secure the Golden Boot, and secure us top 4? Absolutely. If we get like a 1-0 Emerson tap in, like lucky right place, right time tap in from 2 yards out, and we still come out with a 1-0 victory, I don't care. 4th place, Champions League football, give me the cash, get Conte as players in July.
Just fucking do it.
That's where I'm at, man. Honestly,
I'm right
just
there.
get the 3 points. Look, we only have to get 1 to secure Champions League football, unless Arsenal outscore Everton by like 17 goals or something like that.
See, but I ain't looking at it that way. I ain't looking
But
at. I want to.
I know, but you know, you can though, because it's like realistically we only need 1 point. But I want to go out there, just like you said. I want to take care of business, whether it's 1-0 or 5-0. Get out of there and prepare. Get some rest and prepare for next season. Get 3 points. Don't have to worry about nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing.
Get 3 points. You start the party. You don't check no phones. You don't check nothing, baby. The party is started. You win that. You get them 3 points. That's what I'm saying is because even if you get the draw in the back of your head, you're still like, did they score 17? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
obviously they're probably not. But I don't want to leave it up to nobody. I want to leave it up to us.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And like we already said, it's nice to be able to have the ball in our court. It's nice to be able not to have to worry about what Arsenal's doing. Go out, take care of business. Everything else take care of itself. And we get to laugh and make fun of Arsenal when the full-time whistle blows. Until then, I'm fucking focused. The rest of the team needs to be focused. I know you are too. 3 points after the 90 minutes. That's all that matters. Go get it done.
Exactly. And then we
Get
can
it done.
Oh man, I'm ready to see it. And then I don't know what exactly we got planned for the off season, but I know we're gonna do some transfer talk and
Yeah.
obviously when big news
Season
breaks
review
and
next
stuff,
week for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but man, I've been waiting. I feel like this Norwich game is taking forever to
Yeah,
come
man,
around.
a full 7 days in between games. It's kind of
And
weird.
we're fully rested. And we
Yeah.
didn't go out there and blow the walls off that Burnley game. We just went out there and took care of business.
Yeah, and got out of there. No injuries, no nothing.
Just
which is
went
nice.
in. It was just a clean, get it done. Thank you. Wham, bam, bam. Wham, slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Is that what it is?
Wham, bam, slam.
Wham, bam, slam. Thank you, ma'am. So that's kind of business I like to see. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we do the same thing. Just a Harry Kane penalty goal, 1-0 over Norwich. I don't
Doesn't
give
matter
a
to
good
me.
golly.
Doesn't matter to me.
Because then, what is Arsenal gonna say? What if we lose? Then we leave it up to fucking chance.
Yeah. But I'm
We
looking
tied,
forward,
we
man.
still
I'm
got-
looking forward to
yeah.
celebrating St. Woolwich Day, finishing above Arsenal. So it's been over, like 2,000 days, I think, since Arsenal last finished above Tottenham in
I
the
think it's
table.
more. Yeah, way more. I think it's like
Over
2,100, 2,200, something like that.
Yeah, so look, man, it's shaping up to be a good week. We just got to take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts, my friend? Score prediction?
My score prediction. I'll save my final thoughts for the final. My score prediction. I see us 4-1, 3-1, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I see us like sharting around early, letting them dick around, letting them build a little bit of confidence. I see a 1-1, maybe at halftime, and then at that I see this a second half like just coming in,
Cutthroat.
banging in 2-3 goals. Maybe it's Youngman Daddy because he's like, fuck this. I'm ready to get my golden boot. I mean, if Son is able to get golden boot, bro, that's why I want my prediction to be like 4, so he can get at least like a hat trick. Because say Salah scores 1, that's fine.
Yeah.
If he gets a hat trick, that's fine. I really want to see that. I hope so bad. I have no problem saying it. He's the best Asian footballer of all time. He's the fucking GOAT.
Yeah. I agree.
Plain and simple. And we are so fortunate to have him on our team and be experiencing his prime. So we are very fortunate. And he's fully COYS. He fucking loves Tottenham. I mean, it's beautiful. So I really hope he goes out there, bangs. Something else we didn't talk about. No Christian Romero.
Yeah, that's right. We forgot to mention Christian Romero.
I just thought about
suffered a hip
Davinson
problem.
Sanchez.
Yeah, Christian Romero did suffer a hip problem against Arsenal. He's ruled out for the rest of the season since we only had 2 games after the North London derby. So obviously wish him a speedy recovery. And yeah, you already mentioned it, man. Davinson Sanchez came up big, stepped up big time against Burnley. Kept the clean sheet along with the rest of the back three, who were absolutely solid once again in back-to-back games. Doesn't matter who's back there at this point in time. Right now, the back line looks very, very solid.
Bro, 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, 2 clean sheets back-to-back. And
so I want to ask you
solid
this.
Performance.
I want to ask you this. Davinson Sanchez, Eric Dyer, they have a connection. They've worked together in a back two. You know what I'm saying? They have a built-in chemistry. I say you bring in another center back who can play either left or center, and we're good. I don't think we shop Sanchez. I mean, I know last
depends
season,
on whether we're gonna sell him or not.
I just feel like last season, I was ready to get rid of Dyer, Davies, Sanchez.
Yeah.
I was ready to fucking overhaul every position everywhere except for Son, Kane, and Hugo. But I feel like, bro, Sanchez has been pretty decent, pretty solid.
It's just tough because he hasn't been consistent for a whole year, like since his first season here in 17-18.
Randomly just steps in.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
Don't forget about
now.
the first half too. The first half of the season, he was great when
Romero was down.
But for some reason, in the second half of the season, whenever he got on the pitch, for the most part at least,
when he got a run of
just
games,
wasn't
it's
the
like he
same.
started sucking.
Yeah.
It was like he give him a consistent run of games, and he's not good. But he comes in for these 2 games, clean sheets. If we get another
play
clean
good for just one more game. Just get 90 minutes, and then you can fuck up as much as you want
Davinson
this summer
Sanchez
on your
game
own.
winner, 90th minute header,
Hey, it's
like he
happened
did against
before.
Watford.
Yeah, it's happened before.
I've seen it.
So look, man. When Sunday comes around,
Sunday. It's called
when
Sunday for a reason.
when the
Kyungmin
cock
Sunday.
crows at dawn, and the sun is coming up, and Hyun Min Hung gets out of bed.
First
going to
off,
be
he's
the
already
start.
he's 4 foot tall on his back. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He gets out of bed. He's going to stand up, and he's already going to know the hat trick is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying 3-0, and I'm saying Hyun Min Hung, Hyun Min Dad, Hyun Min Father, hat trick, 3-0 at Norwich, secures the Golden Boot, and secures Champions League football for Tottenham Hotspur for next season. How do you
Water
like them
squirt
apples?
emojis. Water squirt emojis.
How do you like them apples?
I would spam the chat right now with a bunch of water squirt emojis.
If you're on YouTube right now, I need you to
This is
drop
gonna
some
premiere.
water emojis in the chat right now in honor of
Yeah,
Hyun
drop
Min
those
Hung.
water emojis. Also, shout out Alan Sibley. He likes to
10-inch.
tune in. I think we confused him last week because we record this and then we premiere it at a time
so
in
it's
which
like live, quote unquote live.
So it's live, but it's premiered. So he was super confused because he was like, "Wait, you were just on someone's stream. Now I'm seeing you here in the middle of a conversation with Michael wearing a different shirt, but you're also chatting with me right now." So I just want to shout out Alan, say what's up. This is pre-recorded. Maybe I'll see you in the chat if you're here, but yeah, definitely drop those water squirt emojis in the chat right now.
Jacob, 1 game left, my friend. First full season as a podcast together, and first full season having a live stream together as well.
Shit.
I know we'll get into like all that stuff after this Norwich game, but we are approaching the end of the season. We're literally right there before the finish line. I want to kick off my one final thought today, if you don't mind, instead of kicking it over to you.
Yeah, please do.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's listened for not only this season, but if you've been a fan since we started this podcast, it's been an absolutely incredible journey so far. I also want to, just thank you, Jacob, for being a really, really good co-host, being a really good friend, honestly, like a brother from another mother to me. And I'm just thankful that we actually get to talk about possibly securing Champions League football. Most likely, if we're being honest, knock on wood. Most likely securing Champions League football this weekend, especially in in the dark times of the end of the Nuno era, where we just thought, Jesus Christ, man, we might get fucking relegated. We might get we might finish 10th this year. We might be where Leicester are right now. But Antonio Conte's here. Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are here. Christian Romero's here. Hugo's here. Bentancur, Kulusevski are here. Dyer's here.
Too much sauce.
Look, man, just get some more players in that Conte wants this summer, and who knows, man, might be cooking next year. But just want to say thank you to all the fans who have tuned in so far this year, and
all the new fans
we'll see
we've
you next
acquired along
week.
the way too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, man? Final thought.
Man, you threw me off because that's a quality final thought, and so I'm gonna first off say thank you for being a grand co-host, and our schedules are always fluctuating, but we make this thing work.
Yeah, we get
her done. So big ups to you. Obviously big ups to anyone who's ever tuned in. If you're listening to this for the first time, for the 52nd time, I think officially is our episode.
Yep.
I don't even know how many live streams we've done. We've done like 20, 30
However
maybe.
many weeks there are in a season.
It's 39 game weeks. Something like that, but
So
yeah, man.
Probably over 40, maybe around 45 live streams total, maybe.
Shit.
Somewhere around that ballpark, it's got to be.
How many? I don't even want to think, bro. That's like times 2 hours each at least.
It's a lot of time talking about Tottenham this year, man.
My wife often is like, what else could there be to say? What else can y'all be talking about? What else could y'all be?
It depends. Who do you want to talk about? Harry Kane or Heung-min Dad? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's up to you.
There's always something. That's what I always say to her. There's always something. Trust me.
There is always something.
So it's been
bad.
fun. It's a great time. So I do want to thank everyone out there as well and I also want to thank anyone who goes and checks out anchor.fm/United Spurs of America. All right, you go there, you click on support, you become an official sponsor of the show.
You're watching on Spotify, right down below. It's literally right there. Twitter.
I think the banner right now is talking about our Twitter. You can follow us
Twitter.
there at @USpursOfA. I think we have a link on the Twitter there too. But yeah, if you want to support this podcast, anchor.fm/United Spurs of America. Click on support. Any amount is very welcome to us, and you become an official sponsor of the show. You get some merch when it first drops. We got some things on the works, but yeah, you'll be top of the queue. We've had sponsors in the past and people who've super chatted us on Tottenham Away, so big ups to them as well.
Big up.
But yeah, go ahead and click that. And if you don't want to, give the show $2 every month, what you can do is just hit like and subscribe on YouTube. That's free. You just hit that. You can hit the little bell. And when you hit the bell, then you know when these videos premiere, and you could be just as confused as Alan in the comments. So we can have a good time. I'm usually there. I'm usually there in the chat when this thing premieres, so you can always say hello. I'll chat back. I sometimes do a little poll depending how many people are tuning in. So it's always fun. Hit that little bell, like, subscribe to United Spurs of America on YouTube. You can get all that for free. You don't even have to pay $2 to be doing none of that. So that's not really my final thought. I was just kind of plugging. My final thought is, young man daddy. I'm trying to not think about transfers. I'm trying to not think about like players coming in because I'm just wanting to enjoy the moment now, wanting to enjoy what's happening now. And I want your score prediction to come true. I want him to get a hat trick, and I want us to just ride off into glory. And
I think he needs 3, to be comfortable about winning the Golden Boot, because you just never know what Salah's going to do. And he's already won ahead. You kind of you do and don't have to give Salah the benefit of the doubt of maybe scoring 1 on the final day, but just to be safe, man, I think he's got to get 3.
Salah has not been the same since AFCON.
Yeah.
So,
and to be fair, he really only needs 1, and then there's just 2 Golden Boot winners this year, because that happens. There's no tiebreaker. So, that was my next question. Realistically,
what if they tie?
It's 1, but I don't want Salah to share it with them. I want.
You know what they should do to tiebreak it? They should deduct all the penalty goals.
There you go.
How they should fucking.
Then that's for sure a Golden Boot for Sonny.
Hey.
It'll be fun, man. Hey,
that's my final thought. Is up, Sonny, bro. Come on,
one last game.
Lads.
One last game to see Son and Kane this year. One last game to see Hugo and Net this year. It's been a fun ride, man. We'll wrap it all up next week, and we'll also do our season review next week as well, both on the podcast and on the live stream on Tottenham Away. But like Jacob already said, hit like and subscribe on YouTube, hit the follow on Spotify, subscribe to us on anchor.fm/United Spurs of America if you're interested. Ladies and gentlemen, one more game, Norwich City on the road this week. If you're going to the game, be loud, be proud, be safe. Most importantly, we'll hear you loud and proud on the telly this weekend. But for Jacob, I'm Michael, and for the second to last time of the 2021-2022 Premier League season, we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening to the United Spurs of America podcast. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, give me no cool Man U Spurs.
Fuck, my bad, man. My bad. Nah, that's my bad.
We're still recording.
I hit end. And as always, up the lads and Jacob.
Come on, you Spurs.
Coys. It hasn't ended yet. It's still spinning.
Coys.